There has been a long attraction with shipwrecks and the treasure they could carry, and the United Nations predicts that there are at least 3 million shipwrecks on the ocean floors. And maybe you know a lot about treasures, but we bet you don't know about the story of a man looking for a hammer and accidentally bumping into a treasure worth millions of dollars. So guys, we hope you'll enjoy the video with the top 10 history's most famous shipwrecks and treasures found that are worth millions. Number 10. The Black Swan. The 17-ton trove of silver coins from a Spanish ship that sunk by British warships in 1804 finally found its way back to Spain. The whole story began back in 2007 and was quickly followed by an international lawsuit since, well, this much gold is hard to be forgotten, especially by governments. In the example of the Black Swan, the government had bothered and lodged a legitimate complaint against the private treasure hunting organization that had found a consignment of gold and silver coins on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. After a fair battle lasting 5 years, the treasure was delivered to Spain. The planes which transported the treasure were carrying 595,000 18th century silver coins weighing more than 17 tons and hundreds of gold coins, gold artifacts, and many other items. The collection has been estimated at nearly $500 million. Which means this is the most valuable shipwreck ever found. Number 9. The HOXNE HOARD. The HOXNE HOARD is a treasure from the late Roman period, and this is the biggest treasure of the late Roman gold and silver that has ever been found in the UK and the Roman world. The HOXNE HOARD was over 15,000 items, and most of them are coins. Other important artifacts in this treasure include jewelry and a variety of tableware. Some of the most significant pieces are displayed in the British Museum in London. The most amazing thing is that the tale of the HOXNE HOARD's discovery starts with a lost hammer. On November 16, 1992, a man named Eric Laws was just helping a local farmer in HOXNE village, Suffolk. The farmer lost his hammer, and Laws, who owned a metal detector, was helping him find it. When they thought they found the hammer, Laws started digging, only to discover 2 bags filled with coins and silver spoons. Laws immediately stopped and reached the landowner, the police, and the Suffolk Archaeological Society to report the discovery. The treasure amounts to a total of 7.7 pounds of gold and 52.4 pounds of silver, and its value is calculated at about $4.3 million. Number 8. Vasa. Vasa was the world's most high-tech warship when it started its journey. Today, it's a source of marine archaeologists and an exciting story for those who explore design technology. What happened to the ship is still discussed, notwithstanding being one of the Swedish Navy's most significant accomplishments and among the most spectacular warships ever built, according to Eric H. Kessler, Paul E. Burley III, and Shanti Gopalkrishnan. In the Academy of the Management Executive, Vasa sank after only 20 minutes of setting sail in 1628. Vasa is a Swedish warship which is considered to have been constructed between 1626 and 1628. The ship sank after it was hit by powerful winds and flooding. Then it was labeled as a great humiliation for the King of Sweden. And in 1961, the shipwreck was recovered. With thousands of valuable artifacts, the sides of the ship were discovered, and with some reconstruction, the ship is a famous Swedish tourist attraction today with millions of visitors every year. Number 7. The Saddle Ridge Hoard. A couple found a real pot of gold while walking their dog. What are the odds, you guys? The largest of its kind of treasure ever found in the US includes 1,411 gold coins, and it was created between 1847 and 1894, worth an estimated $10 million today. According to an interview delivered to the coin company that will sell the hoard, the couple that founded the treasure walked the same path for years, and one day they noticed a rusted can emerging from the hillside. They dug and found the highly valuable treasure. Later, with tours to the place, more treasure-filled packages were found. Most of the coins are $20 gold pieces identified as double eagles. All of these were made at the San Francisco Mint, founded in 1854. Number 6. The SRODA treasure. The SRODA treasure is one unbelievable story. Lost over 600 years, the treasure was eventually found when renovating a section of an old town in Poland. It certainly shows hope for all treasure hunters out there. The treasure hoard was founded in 1985 and holds the title of one of the richest discoveries in the 20th century. Many archaeologists believe that the precious treasure of jewels, coins, and royal ornaments have once been the property of Charles IV, House of Luxembourg, King of Bohemia, and Holy Roman Emperor. It is thought the treasure had been buried in 1348. One of the most important items of the found treasure is definitely the royal crown. The decorations and form of the crown are the pieces that suggest the treasure belonged to Charles IV, and it's believed the crown was that of Charles IV's first wife, Blanche of Valois. The treasure is also including gold pendants, rings with different designs, gold coins, and silver coins. Number 5. The PANAGYURISHTE treasure. The PANAGYURISHTE treasure is a Thracian treasure that was discovered in the area's ceramic factory Morol near the town of Panagyrishte, Bulgaria in December 8, 1949. 3 brothers, Pavel, Petko, and Mikhail Dekov, found the treasure when they were digging clay for bricks. The treasure consists of phalli and amorphia and 7 rhytons with a complete weight of 6.164 kilograms or 24 karat gold. The brothers had no idea that they found something valuable, but when Dr. Peter Gorbanov, owner of the local museum, came to see the discovery and said the treasure dated from the 4th to 3rd centuries BC, he believed the treasure was used as a royal ceremonial collection by the Thracian king Seuthes III. The treasure was returned to the local authorities. Number 4. RMS Titanic. RMS Titanic, probably the most famous ship in the world, has a story that everyone is familiar with. The Titanic was created in Ireland at the Harland and Wolff shipyard. It is the most developed ship at that time. But the Titanic, described as unsinkable, accidentally sank after crashing against an iceberg in its first tour from Southampton to New York City in the 4th of April 1912 in the North Atlantic Ocean. 1,517 people lost their lives in the tragedy. After many failed attempts, the wreck was eventually discovered by a French-American team in 1985. Many items have been discovered and they are placed in the National Maritime Museum in England. The wreck of the RMS Titanic is now protected by the 2001 UNESCO Convention. Number 3. Priceless treasure. Scuba divers have accidentally found the largest treasure of gold coins ever found off Israel's Mediterranean coast. Nearly 2,000 pieces old of 1,000 years were located on the seabed by members of a diving club, according to the Israeli Antiquities Authority. The group that found the treasure at first thought they found toys, but they were later shocked by the discovery. According to the Antiquities Authority, the find was so valuable that it's priceless. The divers were simply looking for an ancient pier in Caesarea when they found the treasure. They got some gold coins and immediately went to the shore to tell the directors of the club. The treasure included almost 2,000 gold coins in different denominations. Number 2. The Le Chatillon II Hoard. Back in the 1980s, Reg Mead and Richard Miles met a woman who told them a story. Strange story. She claimed that her father, a farmer on British island of Jersey in the English Channel, had found silver coins when he was plowing his range. Mead and Mills addressed the farmer, who let them search the area. He gave them 10 to 15 hours, though, since the field's product needed to be counted. Well, they searched for 30 years. Then, in June 2012, Mead and Miles finally spotted some coins. Imagine their happy faces. They immediately called archaeologists, and one after another, all of the 68,000 were taken out. The treasure also included gold-necked torques, a necklace, and glass beads. Archaeologists discovered that the treasure was hidden around the 30 BC to 40 BC by French Celts, who were identified as the Crostolier tribe of Celts. They were probably leaving from a Roman attack. Julius Caesar was the Roman emperor at the time. The Le Chatillon II Hoard holds the title of the largest treasure of gold jewelry and Celtic coins ever found. Number 1. The Ship of Gold. It was a surprise when the U.S. Deep Ocean investigation firm collected approximately 1,000 ounces of gold, worth $1.3 million or 800,000 pounds, on a dive to a historic Atlantic Ocean shipwreck. There's ongoing consideration that gold worth tens of millions of dollars remains on the sunken ship. The discovery also proved that this gold has not been touched by the ship since 1991. The SS Central America sank in 1859, killing 425 people, and it led to a huge economic disaster. Specialists say the ship was carrying 21 tons of gold, which was meant to save the cash-strapped banks of New York. So after the sinking, everyone knew about the horror that followed. From early times to the present day, there are millions of stories about lost treasures and, in some cases, even maps which serve you to find the treasure easier. For some, we have no certain evidence, while for others, we simply know they exist. How they disappeared or got lost is rarely known. Surely, if found, any of these discoveries would change history and improve our understanding of the past events. This is the end of our video, guys. Which story of these treasures and shipwrecks amazed you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos such as this. Thanks for watching.